Well, then you're treating me differently than you were.
What?
Then you're treating me differently than you were.
Yes, I am. I'm expecting a little bit more out of you.
No, you're not.
Yes.
You're being ridiculous.
No, I'm not. You've got to be independent.
Yeah, I know, but you shouldn't have to. I don't know. You're just like. I don't know. It's. We never talk anymore. It's always just yelling.
That's because when I talk, all I get is your stuff that you wanna. You're not. It's them, they. I mean, it's always something like that.
They, them.
Whatever.
Them, they, because I want to purposely make you upset.
No, I don't know. What difference does it make? It's the same thing.
Because I don't know. Just
see, I can't do it right. I even tried to do it, and it's still wrong.
Well, because you're sitting there complaining about it. You're like, God.
No,
just because someone has pronouns, how dare they?
Every time I say something.
Yeah, because there is like she.
Okay,
did
whatever.
She move up?
I did not. I said them, they, and you said, nah.
I know earlier you're like,
this is how you are.
Are you giving her money to move up here?
Well, I thought maybe you were.
Is that really where you're thinking I put all my money?
No, I just thought, I wondered if you were.
Well, then why'd you ask that?
Because
why'd
I
you
thought
say,
maybe you were.
Is that where your money's going?
Well, where are you putting all your money?
I told you I was going to start I was going to start paying for groceries for us.
That's not all your money.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What the heck, Mom?
I mean,
do you only pay $100 a month on groceries? No.
Here's the thing. I just can't.
Yeah, because you can't come up with an argument.
Teach you how to really, but you.
You'd like to teach me, and we're on the brink of frickin' eviction because you want to get on-brand butter.
He has to work for a frickin' living. I don't know what his problem is.
He's working.
Oh my God, he's bringing in 1/4 of what he's always brought in.
I don't know what to tell you, Bob.
Well, I'm just saying, don't frickin' get on me about it.
No, but you're like, I want on-brand everything. And I'm like, dude, we can't afford that.
You know what? We can.
No, we can't.
Then I don't want you shopping for me.
I guess if you spend 80 hours a week frickin' clipping coupons, yeah.
You know what? I have shopped like this since I was 18.
Yeah, back when the economy was like a quarter for frickin' Dr. Pepper.
$600 a month.
Okay.
And I lived independently with daycare and rent.
Wasn't your
What?
Your daycare dude like molested the kids?
No, he didn't. I don't know what Chrissy's saying. You know, if a child.
Okay, well, I believe the victim.
If a child is molested, there should be some kind of a reaction, some kind of behavior change, something.
There's
never been anything with Chrissy.
Well, don't you think because you were gone all the time you didn't notice that? Because you were at work or whatever?
I know my child.
I don't know. I believe the victim over anyone.
Well, Chrissy has had some. I've heard other things come out of Chrissy's mouth.
Like what?
Like things she says about me, and it's like, I don't think we lived in the same house.
Like, okay, you're thinking the same thing about me. Have you thought maybe the correlation? Your kids talking about how you do this kind of stuff, it's not just us making it up. It's that we both had the same experience.
You didn't.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I raised you. I was very young when I raised Christine. But she was by my side every moment I was free.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you about that.
I don't trust the psychiatric community. Look what they did to her.
She's not good.
Not the person that left our home. She was a working, capable young adult. And now I don't know. she's shaky. She's.
Yeah, because she's been through freaking hell and back.
No, she doesn't. I can't, Ellie. You don't pick freaking dudes up off the street.
Obviously, she's made her bad choices, but
That's what has done it time after time after time. And she sits there and she tells people, I don't have any family. They won't take me in. I don't have anybody. Nobody cares. That's why I'm like with you. I'm like, talk all you want. Tell everybody everything.
Yeah, I know. And then you care all of a
sick
sudden.
Of it. I'm so freaking sick of it.
You know.
I give of myself. I think of you guys always first.
Do you?
Yes, I did. As a child.
You did. Exactly.
Raising you guys. Now it's time for me to think of myself.
You have been saying that since I was 14 years old.
You might want to move because the bird's going to nip you.
You've been saying that since I was freaking 14, 15 years old.
Ellie,
I was a child at 18, or I was a parent at 18, and now it's time for me to think about myself. Yeah, you have.
I gave of myself till my children were raised.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
You are so freaking unappreciative.
You definitely were there for me. But now you're not.
Grace all the way through. When I had cancer, Dad freaking went to bed.
Yeah, I know.
She's freaking failing out of freaking class, and I got up out of bed and dealt with it. And
I know.
her.
Well, I'm talking about me.
I was there holding your hand every time. You followed me around.
Yeah, and guess what? When I would sit there, it's like as soon as I was feeling better, it's like a freaking switch flipped, and you were super mean to me.
I was always there for you, Ellie.
Why do you think so many times I came up to you and I was like, it's like you're training me to be depressed? Because there was only love and compassion when I was freaking on the brink of death.
Oh, freaking crap. You can go through those pictures and tell me that there was only love and compassion when you had freaking... I didn't even know you had what you had half the time.
What are you talking about, pictures?
The photographs in our life.
When I was a kid? Because we certainly didn't take them... I don't know. We didn't take a whole lot when I was an adult.
They're all in there.
What are you talking about?
Our pictures.
I know, but what pictures? What do you...
Our family life, how we grew up. You know
yes,
what?
grew up.
No.
Not when...
Oh, God, Ellie, I can't sit here.
Well, then go to work.
I can't freaking deal with this. I'm tired of you berating me and telling me I was horrible.
I don't know what to tell you.
I know I've had enough.
Yeah, I know, and that
you
means
know
treating everyone like shit because you are sad.
When somebody is freaking sick in this house, the others need to take up the slack.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, I'm sick.
I'm talking about when I had cancer.
Yes, obviously, Mom, but I didn't know what to do.
Nobody did anything. Dad didn't freaking cook a meal. Dad didn't freaking anything. He just left everybody.
But look at where he is now. He's doing this.
What?
You can only...
Bringing in 1/4 of the freaking money?
No, he's doing chores and he's doing his work. He has 2 jobs, Mom.
Oh, God, Ellie!
Like I said, if I could freaking give you guys a world, I would.
I'm just saying, Dad is saying, this is what I do, it's just not working now. Well, then you do it. And I tell him, and you know what, Dad and I talk. We're on it.
Do you?
Terms. Yeah, we do.
Because all I hear is yelling.
Because we've got a lot of crap to get through.
Yeah, I know. You know, he was sitting here doing stuff, and you were screaming at him yesterday. Your voice was the highest it could freaking go.
You don't know what was going on, so don't sit there and act.
You were like, oh my God, I can't believe that you freaking do this. And he was like, what? And you were like, it's like you're against me.
Ellie, I'm gimping around on a knee that keeps giving out on me. I can't even walk across the street from work.
What do you want him to do, carry you?
I want him to... I was over here cleaning. And I went and took a bathroom break. And he came over and I did everything I did!
See, you're screaming about it now. What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Doesn't screaming make it worse for you? It makes you so upset.
I am so exasperated exasperated. It's because I don't know what else to
It makes
do.
you
I'm
more
so-
exasperated.
Oh my God. I want this stupid thing off of here.
Just don't know what to tell you, Mom. I'm trying to help, and it's never
Because
enough.
You sit there, you don't get it.
You know, and you're saying back when you were sick, like, I could have done something. I was going through freaking crap, too.
Exactly. But I was there for you.
You were, what do you, okay.
I was the one taking you everywhere.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to parent you.
When you were, I'm just saying, I gave of myself. I was
No,
there
I
for
know.
you, Kelly.
And like I said, I'm really grateful because there's...
You said, yeah, until you weren't. That's what you said.
Yeah, because after the whole freaking surgeries and everything, that's when you turned around on me.
Kelly, since you've been an adult, since you were like 21, I've been trying to get you independent. I have been trying to get you to work through
Yeah,
your
by
stuff.
giving me the cold shoulder, not telling me what to do. You're like, just be independent. That's what you've been saying since I was freaking...
Oh, God, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah, because I'm giving you freaking proof.
No, I have been there. I have held your hand when I knew nothing. Nothing. I knew
Yeah,
nothing
and then I
to
get
do.
better.
Didn't know what to do, and I was there holding your hand. I want you to name somebody else who was doing that every freaking time.
You were definitely the biggest freaking person helping me at the
So then
time.
why are you crapping all over me?
Because as soon as I got better, you would treat me like I was freaking scum.
You know what? You know what changed? You started getting freaking politically correct and censoring me and my
I've
own house.
always been
Yes.
politically correct. So
No,
that's bullcrap.
It's gotten really bad, Ellie. It's gotten really bad. I can't speak in my house
Because
without being corrected by you.
You misgender my friends to my face,
You know
to
what?
their
I'm
face.
sorry they want to be a flower. I can't make them a flower.
What are you talking about?
I'm just using that as an example.
Oh,
They are one person. They will never be they, them.
You know, back in freaking our private Catholic school, they taught us that can be one person.
Okay,
So don't...
maybe in rare cases.
Rare cases? What do you mean?
But it's not because someone's morphing into something the next day.
What do you... I am every gender and you cannot hurt me. You can call me...
You don't have a winker.
you can call... Gender's different from sex.
No, it's what you were born with. That's why they ask.
You could call me anything you want and I wouldn't care. So you could try and hurt me as much as you want. It's not going to work.
I'm not trying. I'm saying...
You are. You definitely are.
You wanted to know when things change. That's when they change. And I know that's when they
It's when I changed.
Because
When I came out
just
to you.
quit talking to you.
You know...
And even to Grace for a while.
You know what? I know. You know what? Because you told me you turned your sister gay. First of all, nasty.
No, I think they're all confused.
They're all confused.
I think Grace...
Have
my
you noticed
girlfriend
that
and
she's
I
happier
had
since
sex.
moving out?
Huh?
I said, have you noticed that she's happier since moving out? Because she's not being
not been.
screamed at 24/7.
She's happier since she left school.
She definitely was really freaking depressed
You
at school.
don't know. I was there for her.
I don't know my sister that I talked
I
to.
talked to her more than you did. I know how down in the dumps she was, Ellie.
I know how sad she is too. She's majorly depressed.
She was. She's happier now.
She's definitely getting there.
Because she's
geez.
making changes in her life.
Like what?
Like she's figuring out what she's doing, and if she doesn't like this, then she's trying this. And I
Okay,
will tell
then
you
what
this.
does
Listen,
gender and sexuality have to do with that?
She and I had a talk, and I said, you know, Grace, I mean, I don't know, whatever. You guys just want to love whoever you want to love.
Yeah,
right?
see?
Okay, would you let me speak?
Okay, go ahead.
She listened.
Because she doesn't have to deal with this 24/7.
No, she hears me. She listened at home, too.
Okay.
There was a period of
Okay,
time
go
that
ahead.
she
What were you going to say?
I said, you know, sometimes I wonder, and I wonder, this does not mean it's the way it is, but I wonder if kids even know what real romantic love is anymore. I don't think people
What,
do
like being in a
nowadays.
loveless marriage and hating your husband?
No, it's called commitment.
That.
And
Oh,
you know what? The only reason I'm still here is because I hope for better.
no, I'm talking about your first husband. And that's
Oh.
really messed up to say that.
Should
Yeah.
I stay?
Yeah, well, that's what you're saying. Commitment.
No. Abuse, addiction, adultery. Those are the three things you can leave without batting an eye.
Okay, well, you didn't say that. You said
I
commitment.
have always said that.
They don't commit.
That's because they're like, oh, I think I'm gonna have a vanilla today. Oh, I think I'm having strawberry. I mean, look at all these people getting divorced and then they're already with somebody and they're not even out of the house practically.
Like your sister and your best friend.
Yes.
You know, you're saying
My
all
best
this
friend
like
who?
Debbie.
Debbie was single for a long time after that.
That's still, she got divorced because she was bored, apparently.
No,
In
she
your
says-
words.
She says it was for him, but
It was kind of weird. He's- I think he was, what's the word? Adulterous, I guess.
no.
He was like being creepy towards the dance moms.
When?
He was like, I love me some Miss
When?
Schmitz. Right after they got divorced.
Oh, I'm sure they all go freaking off the deep end.
Well, I mean, it was weird that he got out of like a marriage
There's a
of
lot of
20
things you don't
years
know.
and
Menopause is real.
yeah,
You know.
okay, I know
has,
that.
Dad has finally gotten what I'm trying to tell him. He understands, and he's like, you know, I do get it now. I get it.
Yeah, I know. And I'm telling you, he's making leaps and bounds and you're like,
He is.
it's not good enough because he didn't do this on this day
you know
50 years
what?
ago.
You don't sit there and wait for years while the bills are piling up.
Obviously, he should have done something earlier, and he admitted to that. In there, you know, he's even talked to me. He's like, if I could go back in time and do that, then I would. But he can't, and you won't let that go.
I can't until we're caught up.
I know, and I'm
What do
trying.
you think I'm doing? I'm freaking saving for retirement.
You're getting pissed at us for existing.
Because you keep throwing things in my face, Ellie, and you don't have a clue. I know you think you're so wise and everything. You don't have a clue.
I'm a lot more emotionally mature than I think you'll ever be at this point. And
Oh
it's
my
so
God,
upsetting.
You have no clue what I've been through.
I don't, but
You
I don't
have
sit
no
there.
Clue.
I don't sit.
None. You want to talk trauma? I have had some serious trauma in my life.
I know.
No, you don't. You don't.
Well,
have a
I don't
clue.
know the extent of it, but I know you've had
You
trauma.
have no clue.
Just based on your parents, I know you have trauma.
My parents. Oh my God. When we talk about our childhood, it's all freaking good memories.
Yeah, and same here, but I still experience trauma. Do you not think
We
that
did
that's...
not. My parents were. We didn't see them fight.
Yeah, you just saw your dad freaking passed out drunk all the time.
No, he was not ever passed
You
out.
literally told me that.
No, he had a hangover the next morning, but I didn't know what that was. I just figured he was sleeping in. I had no clue. I didn't see him
Sleeping in.
drunk.
That's good.
Well, I did occasionally. In Germany, I saw him a couple times because we were older and.
Yeah, but that's still, like, it's weird to see dad drunk. It makes me, like, upset.
Well, I didn't really know what it was. I mean, I did know what it was. I remember when he was around
forgot.
with the old.
What
the-
is
the
that
junk
cigarette?
shop.
What is a cigarette? You're like, you talk about you went to parties and you're like, we didn't know what that was.
We didn't know what the sniff stuff was.
The sniff stuff? What do you mean?
It's called.
What, cocaine?
No, it was like a peppery thing, and we'd do it. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think.
You
it was,
did drugs?
I don't think it was drugs or anything.
The
I don't know
perfect
what it
Christian
was.
girl
It
did
was-
drugs?
It was like sniffing pepper.
It was, I know what you're talking about. It's just tobacco.
Yeah, well, we tried when we cleaned. We did that. I licked the salt thing
What the heck is that?
because I was a kid.
The
You know?
perfect
I licked the
Christian
salt
girl?
things.
The girl who is perfectly Christian?
Oh,
Had
I
the
always
perfect
said that.
childhood.
I was not perfect.
Well, you always say that. You're like, I was so perfect
We
and you
were
guys
very
should.
good. We were very good kids.
You know,
And I don't know how.
I don't
Rick
doubt that
represented it.
because you guys were put into submission by fear, of course you're going to be quote unquote
for
good.
the love of Pete, we had joy all the time.
That, just because you were abused
Sundays
doesn't
was
mean.
spent having dinner with friends.
That's what. Okay, Mom. What I'm saying is, just because you were abused doesn't mean that you can't have good times.
I wasn't abused.
You.
There was none of that. I can tell you on.
Your parents hit you.
I don't even remember half the times I remember are the one times they hit me, and
I
they're
know.
not even enough for on my hand.
Yeah, but parents shouldn't even hit their kids in the first place.
You know what? Kids should
Maybe
not
we
talk
should
back
go
to their
back to
parents.
that. We should go back to beating our
There's
kids.
nothing wrong with swatting on the behind when they're patted with a diaper.
No, because you know what happens? Then they learn that that's okay and start hitting other kids.
God, you are so psychologically
It is
brainwashed. You are
brainwashed.
No, it's when they take a belt out and they beat him every day or beat him regularly.
Yeah, or like when you freaking hit me over the head at an adult.
Well, you know, I've been slapped upside the head once.
Yeah, and that's
And I
so
remember it.
messed.
Guess
Yeah,
what? I
you
didn't do
remember
that
it.
again.
You remember it because it was freaking traumatizing,
It was
wasn't it?
once
That doesn't
in
matter.
my 56 years.
You know what was traumatizing for me was seeing Dad coming home one night and then you freaking pushing him into the wash
I
machine.
wanted him to leave.
That was once, and that freaked me
Yeah,
out.
no,
I was
it a
praying to
defining
God.
moment.
It was a divining moment, maybe for you.
Okay. Defining, I said. And you know what? What you don't know is he freaking left with Uncle Mark and was gone all day.
I know that.
Yeah, well, that's not right.
I know it's not right, but
Disrespectful, and you don't do that to your spouse.
I didn't know that back then.
Yeah,
I just thought, I don't know.
and that's just one of many things.
Yeah, and that freaking freaked me out.
Well, I'm sorry.
I think that was the first time I've heard you say I'm sorry. Like
No, I've said it
genuinely?
before.
No, like genuinely in years.
Ellie, because I don't say it with the right perfect lilt at the perfect
No,
time.
because you don't care, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You are a hypocrite.
I apologize all the time.
You used to be a really kind person. Now you're not.
I used to be really kind, huh? Okay, alright, bye. Yeah, so this is a typical morning at our house.